So there I was, watching the 25th anniversary Sonic livestream, waiting for something interesting to happen. And eventually it did, in the form of 2 trailers for upcoming games, Sonic Mania and today's topic, Sonic Forces. The game was titled Project Sonic 2017 temporarily, and the trailer showed no gameplay. Just a game starring modern and classic Sonic in a brand new 3D adventure. When that trailer released, everyone's expectations went through the roof, thinking it was going to be the greatest thing ever. And then the gameplay released. People weren't liking the revival of the boost formula, and certainly weren't happy about them bringing Green Hill Zone for the 2nd time this year. The nostalgia just had become stale, and it wasn't executed as well as Mania or Generations. Later they revealed you can make your own character with their own playstyle and levels. This mixed people's opinions even further, and created quote-unquote chaos on the internet. Well, now this game is out, and people don't really like it. Reviews were pretty bad, and it seriously made me think, do I really even want to get this game? But I did anyways. It took me about 2 days to beat it, and giving my final opinion, I liked it. Taking into consideration that this game is $20 less than most AAA games, I don't feel as ripped off as I normally would. Coming into this game with an open mind, I thought it was a pretty decent game. My first expectations for this game were very high, and coming into this game, I didn't expect it to meet them. Instead, thought of all the bad reviews this game has been getting, which ended up making my experience playing this game pretty damn fun. Of course, there were tons of glaring issues in this game, but in my opinion, the pros outweigh the cons. I'll start off with the cons. First up on the chopping block is the custom avatar. I personally really like some things about it, but I'll get into those later. What I didn't like was the way it plays. Custom avatar is essentially a slippier modern Sonic with weapon abilities without the boost mechanic. The avatar levels are passable at best, but they are definitely the least fun part of the game. If there's one good thing about it, it would probably be the weapon mechanic, since they make things a tiny bit more balanced. Besides that, they are probably the slowest and most tedious levels in the game. Another thing I don't like about this game is the level and world design. It's honestly some of the lazier Sonic level designs in a long while, and it seriously disappoints me. With Sonic Mania recently coming out, a game with so much creativity and heart, it's a shame that they had to make these levels so bland. In total, there are 10 stages and 30 levels. The majority of these stages are also just extensions of the same area. I wasn't super impressed by the levels in this game. Playing as classic Sonic also for some reason doesn't improve on Generations or even surpasses it. The only new thing about classic Sonic is that they kept the drop dash from Sonic Mania. And my last gripe with this game is that for no apparent reason, there's no Chaos boss fight. Every single other villain besides Shadow gets their own boss fight, even the forgettable one from Lost World. But there was literally no reason for Chaos to be in the game besides empty nostalgia. But that would pretty much sum up what I don't like about this game, which is actually a lot when you put it in perspective. But the pros are a lot more apparent in this case. Back to the avatar. Besides what I said earlier, the avatar is quite a lot of fun to customize and make your own. By far, this has to be my favorite accessory for the avatar. I would wear that hat in public proudly. My only disappointment is that you can't change certain things after you make your character, such as the eyes or the species. Otherwise, I think they did a great job with the character customizer. Contrary to what most Sonic fans would say, I actually really enjoyed playing modern Sonic in this game, because the boost mechanic is actually super fun. It gives you the adrenaline of going at super speeds and blasting past levels the fastest you can. One of the more fun things to do in this game is trying to beat these levels as fast as possible and using every ability to your advantage. Which leads me to my main point. This game was made for people who enjoy the boost formula Sonic games like Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Colors. If you don't enjoy how those games play, it's likely that you won't like Sonic Forces. However, this brings me to my next pro. The story. The story in this game is super exciting. It's probably one of my favorite Sonic stories of all time. It never slows down and it always keeps me interested. Besides that, I wasn't bored by the story at all. Very rarely do I pay attention to the story in this game as much as the gameplay itself. Infinite is a great villain, Eggman still hasn't lost his charm, and for the first time, Tails isn't annoying as hell. Speaking of which, the voice acting was fantastic, filled to the brim with charm. Forces is also probably the darkest Sonic game since that, except it's actually really well executed. And of course, the soundtrack. Sonic Forces delivers a nice array of different music. The classic stages have music more reminiscent of the Genesis games, modern stages have more rock-style songs, and Avatar stages are more techno. I found myself enjoying the soundtrack of the game, although it could have been a lot better. Finally, if I have to say what my favorite way of playing this game are, it has to be the tag team levels. In these, your Avatar and Sonic team up and combine the best of both characters, Sonic's speed and the Avatar's weapon ability. It just makes for a really fast and fun way to play a Sonic game. Sonic Forces failed to exceed my expectations, however, it didn't go too far below them. As someone who enjoys the good Sonic games, Sonic Forces was a pleasant experience. However, if you're looking for the better game, buy Mania. If you want to play this game and you like Sonic games with the boost formula, but you're hesitant because of the bad reviews, give Sonic Forces a shot. I give Sonic Forces a C+. So that's another month Better Call Saul Life is delayed. But anyways, any feedback would be nice. So